to sum up how that last day went? How you feeling?
Disappointed with the result, but we always knew it was going to be tough, and we didn't expect it to deteriorate so much, the pitch. But we saw it from yesterday. Some balls obviously misbehaved, but yeah, it was always going to be tough. But it is sport, so you have to find a way to through any challenge, to find a way to come out on top. But thought the Kiwis, I thought they were very, very strategic and had good plans. So kudos to them.
Just watching you here, looking out, watching the New Zealand team celebrate. I mean, it seems like you're gutted by this result. Are you able to sum up how it feels to watch them celebrate?
Well, obviously when you win, you want to celebrate. So I can't look at them and be envious or anything, because if it was us, we'd be celebrating as well. It just, as I said, disappointed. We really wanted to get a win here for the first time since 1995. That was the ultimate goal for the team, and we fell short. We thought that we would have gotten an opportunity to win a game before this game start, but it didn't work out for us.
I know the test pitch, you saw it a couple of days before, you thought it was soft and green. I think in the in pre-match you said you wouldn't believe it would spin later in the pitch, but obviously it has. Has this surprised you?
No, we thought that it would have spun. We thought it would have spun, but we didn't look for it to deteriorate as much as it did with the cracks and the uneven bounce and stuff. Because after the first day, we could see a lot of green coming off of the wicket, unlike the other wickets where it was green for a longer period. I thought that this wicket got brown very, very fast, so we were expecting the spin with the dryness on the wicket. But as I said, the cracks and variable bounce with it, we weren't looking for that.
What would you say are the key lessons that your team has learned from this tour and needs to improve upon, I guess, to make sure next time and for other future tours you compete better?
Well, on this tour, I think batting your first innings is very key with the usual conditions that you have here, with the more difficult wicket to bat on in the first innings in terms of the grass and the movement of the ball. I think that's something that we've been struggling for a while. I think getting that first inning score around 300 or so, that would really play a greater part in us being able to move the game forward in terms of looking for a result or getting the result that we want. So I just think that's something that we've been trying to work on and we still need to work on. And I thought the bowlers did what they could have done. Especially we had some niggles as well too, so that really hampered us. But I thought the bowlers gave a good effort and they never stopped trying.
And I know it's hard at this sort of stage, but looking at the tour, are there positives that you take out of it? I know there's been a few hundreds for your team as well.
Yeah, that I was going to say that because before this series started, the goal for the batters was to at least get 100 in every game. And we got 300, so I mean we didn't get one in the last game, but 300s over the three game period. So we were very happy with that. It's something that we've not been able to do in the recent past, getting hundreds. So we were very pleased about that.
Roston, after Christchurch, you said that it was a tee that you decided to try and save the draw rather than push for the win. Was going for the win ever on the cards here, even though you had 10 wickets in hand?
Yeah, the plan for the start of this morning, we were looking for John and King. We know they're two naturally easy-flowing, aggressive batters, so we were looking for them to give us that good start that they've been giving us. And if they could batted the first session out, we thought that we would be in a good position to just carry on at probably around 3.5 runs over, because that's what we've been scoring at throughout the series. So we thought that if we could have done that up till tee, that would have given us a chance of winning the game. We would have to gone about 5.5, 6 runs in the last session, and we thought that once we had wickets in hand, we would have tried to go for the runs, yes, but we were put on the back foot from early. We lost 4 wickets in the first session, so the plan after that was just to play for the draw, but it didn't work. The wicket was one that I think you could bat on it, but there's always a ball with your name on it once it comes in the right area. So we know it was always going to be tough, but we still had the belief that we could have saved the game.
You guys came here after series losses to Australia and India. If someone had offered you the 4 points that you got from Christchurch at the start of the series, would you have taken that for the return over the 3 tests?
No, because we always wanted to win. We always wanted to win one, so we would have never sell ourselves short and just go for those 4 points. But I mean, we were happy with the 4 points still because it was our first points on the board after coming from 2 difficult series as well. So we were still happy that we got off the mark.
So, just looking back now at Christchurch, do you maybe regret not pushing for that one, given the
No,
way-
I don't regret it because we sat and we had the plan. So once the team comes up with a plan, that's what we're going to stick with. We're not going to come back and say after the game, oh, we should have done this or we should have done that, because once we agree to something as a team, we're going to stick to that.
Roston's first thought on the performances of Jacob Duffy across the series, but also AJ Patel in this particular test.
Yeah, we really have a lot of respect for Jacob Duffy, especially from the first game when the guys went 2 bowlers down and he put up his hand and he bowled about 40-something overs as a pacer, and his pace never really dropped. So from that first test, we knew what he was capable of, and he's a man that you could never write off. And he had an excellent series, 22 or 23 wickets in a 3-match series is very outstanding. Ajazi just, obviously the conditions played into his favour, so then obviously when batsmen are not really putting pressure on you, we're just trying to play for the draw, it becomes easier to put the balls in the right area. So, but I still have to give them credit for actually doing it, because it's easier said than done, but yeah.
And then finally for me, just a thought on the contribution of Devon Conway and Tom Latham to set up the test in particular.
Yeah, I thought that they really batted us out the game. They got hundreds in the first innings, but to come and do it in the second innings in such quick time, I thought that really put us under pressure on the back foot, because we really wanted to limit the scoring in the second innings to really take some time out the game, or for them to rush and make a bad decision in giving us 2 little runs in the time that was left in the game. But I thought that they really batted well in terms of scoring at a good rate that could give them enough time to declare and still have enough time to bowl us out.
There's been a bit of speculation that might have been Kane Williamson's last test match. He last night said it was series by series for him. If that is the last game he's played, what for you does he mean to world cricket?
No, he's a exceptional player, great in my eyes. I played against him many times. We were so happy that he didn't really get much runs, because we know that he's a guy he doesn't only get runs, but he wears you down. He really, him and Latham, we really try to put a greater effort in getting them out, because we know that they can really wear you down and have your fast bowlers tired, the fielders tired, and then it makes it even more difficult to bat. So yeah, if this is his last game, it would be sad to see him go. I still think that he has a lot to offer in cricket, but he's had a tremendous career, so well played to him.
Roston, how would you reflect on your personal form in this series? It was only 42 runs across the 6 innings. It's been a tough one. How would you reflect on it?
Yeah, I think I had a tough series, very below par for my standards, and I didn't really lead from the front on the field. I thought that leading in terms of words and encouraging and inspiring the team, that was all good and well, but in terms of going out there and producing for the team and letting the team have someone to look up to as a leader, I thought that I let myself down and the team down as well.
Do you see yourself as the kind of leader who wants to lead by performance, or?
Yeah, both. As I said, both on the field and off the field, in terms of encouraging and getting the best out of my players. I want to do that, but I want to go out there and show them that I'm not just talking it, I'm doing it as well, and I'm giving my all for the team. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed with my efforts. I thought I got some good balls in the series, but it's Test cricket, so you will get those periods, but I still thought that I could have given some more.
In do you head home and adjust any of your approach to things, or is it like you say you got a few good balls, but
Yeah, well, I've been working here on some of the deficiencies that the coaches have been seeing in terms of the dismissals. But yeah, it's always a work in progress. Even if I had did well, I would still be looking to improve.